Welcome to another podcast presented to you by ScoreBoard Gaming. We're the ScoreBoard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
Mitchell.
I'm Evan.
We're going to have a slow start to this podcast, and I think Evan had a few words to say.
Yep, I think it's safe to say, Joshua, that the Xbox 360 met its red rings of death, both literally and figuratively, because it is now dead.
I kind of want to kill myself.
That was
fucking morbid.
I feel like you shouldn't roll with that. I feel like that was way too awkward.
No, that was perfect. We're including all this in the podcast. Don't worry. We're just going with it. Yes, folks, you heard it right. The 360 is no longer in production. You know what that means. You cannot buy another new 360 as long as they're not on the shelves, I guess.
Yeah, I have a quote directly to me from Xbox chief Phil Spencer. Not really. And he said, quote, Xbox 360 means a lot to everyone at Microsoft. And while we've had an amazing run, the realities of manufacturing a product over a decade old are starting to creep up on us. So, I mean, you can tell that they're definitely,
In other words, folks, Microsoft was the mother, and Xbox 360 was the baby they aborted.
If thrown in a dumpster.
Euthanasia. It's been out for like 10 years. It's like putting down a 10-year-old child. You run your youthfulness.
The prom night dumpster console.
Oh, jeez. But no, Evan, I was sad when I heard that 360 was going to be discontinued, and then the fucking one you described, it kind of made me want to kill myself. That was fucking depressing.
You're kind of depressed. Yeah, no, because, I mean, I think it's safe to say, especially us three, because we were all big, just as much as PS4, 360 gamers. We've all had really fond memories on the 360 console for sure.
Man, I remember staying up till fucking 4 in the morning with you and Josh, and I remember one time Evan's just like, yeah, it's fucking storming outside, let's go for a drive. I'm like, what?
Yeah, went for a drive, got Monster Energy drinks at 4 in the morning from a gas station, came back and played Far Cry for 2 more hours, and then hit the hay.
Yeah. I was gonna say, you have to remember those late nights playing with friends, having all the fun in the world. I would remember that if I was ever invited to play these games, but I wasn't, so therefore I don't have these memories.
He was invited, it's just he chose to beat off and go to bed.
Some of us work for a living, mister. No.
Some people aren't old fucking... Never mind, I'm not going to finish that.
Right on. Yeah, no, when you said you got a quote from Phil Spencer or whatever, I was like, oh, you know him on a first-name basis.
Me and Phil go way back.
Important. Holy shit.
Yeah, but that's sad as it going away. The 360 is when I first started getting into I don't want to say extreme gaming, but I would say
competitive gaming.
Competitive. It was the first console I started playing online gaming. I don't know if you guys, but it was the first console I played online gaming. The first one I ever played the first game I played was Halo 3.
Yeah, that's definitely one of the first for me as well.
Yeah, it's
that
good.
was the very first game. I got that in my not my PlayStation. Fuck. My Xbox bundle on Christmas Day.
Yeah.
The bundles were opening that on Christmas.
Yeah. No, I got the Halo one, the Halo Legendary Edition, and the Halo.
Moister than an oyster.
Yeah.
Big fucking dirty Master Chief. Game
Master
holder.
Chief helmet. Yeah, held the games.
With every night.
We always Josh had that, which was impressive enough. But if you were in Josh's old room in his old house, he had about what was that, 50 memorabilia statues from different kind of games and collector's editions and stuff.
Oh yeah, I collected everything: Assassin's Creed, Fallout. I think even Fable had some sort of weird book thing, and
I remember Josh's house was always filled with weird shit. One night we all got drunk and there's fucking 15, 20 of us at Josh's party. And we all got drunk and we started putting random shit from Josh's house into his bedroom. And I remember this big fucking Black Panther that was downstairs in the fucking living room, in his bed.
We put Josh's dining set and chairs in his bedroom.
And Josh walks upstairs in his bedroom and he's like, what the fuck are you guys doing?
What the hell?
I thought you were going to twist the story around and gonna say yeah, I remember one time, you can always find weird stuff at Josh's house. I remember one time at a party we came across his Chinese sex slaves.
No, I never found those. You hid them too well.
They're hidden too well, yeah.
They're probably dead.
Yeah. They're probably dead. Like the 360.
Too soon.
Too soon.
Oh,
Too soon to 360.
But I think it's safe to say, though, like I said, we've all the memories are going to outlast, the pain. I think we're going to get through it, and the 360 was definitely a console for the ages.
The PlayStation 4 is letting me wipe my tears away.
Yeah. Yeah, so we went with the 360, and then we did a 180 and went to the PS4. And then we're going to talk about Mafia 3 because that's coming out soon. Sorry, I try to make that a cool segue. Everybody out there is going to be like shaking their head, just like,
God, this guy's fucking retarded.
Fire him.
Fire. Take him away.
Making my way down.
For me personally, I've never played any of the previous two Mafias, but this one looks fairly interesting. I definitely think I'll be picking it up probably first day.
Yeah, I bore the second one off of Mitchell, and it was an awesome game. It was pretty realistic. I never got too into it because I thought it was going to be a little bit more like freedom on what you can do between the missions, but yeah. I don't remember there being that much to do.
Oh, okay, took away from it kind of.
You basically had to follow the story. Just like there wasn't much options to do side missions, or there wasn't really any side missions to be honest.
Yeah, it wasn't like a GTA sort of thing, right?
Yeah. Whereas this one is, I don't know how big the new Bordeaux or like that map will be, but you can totally sense the free roam aspect in it, though.
Yeah, for sure. And I mean, if anybody hasn't already seen the trailer, you should really go see the trailer. What's it called again, Evan?
One Way Road, pretty sure.
Yeah, it's a story trailer, and I just watched it before the podcast. These two guys told me about it, and it looks pretty amazing. Not only graphics-wise, but it's kind of interesting in the 60s now, and looks like you're an African-American gang against an Italian gang.
That's pretty much it. I think you're like, I mean, I nitpick, I'm just saying, from what I remember reading long ago, I think you're like a half black, half white, Vietnam vet. Lincoln Clay is the character. And you take on the Italian mob, and I think you kind of build your own crime organization of like, black people and the minority and stuff.
Nice. I think that's going to be a really cool aspect.
Yeah, I think it's going to be awesome. They probably introduce like a lot of games do with like crime organizations, just new ways to build up and earn trusts and just use people. Yeah. Like I think it'll be really interesting.
Because Mitchell should know, like Saints Row, like 1 and 2, like you start out as a small time gang and you build up and take over the other gangs and stuff.
Yeah, I'm just glad Mafia didn't take like a full left turn like Saints Row did and just go right off the fucking deep end.
Yeah, like fucking purple dildos and shit.
Purple dildos and God knows what else, right? The thing about Mafia is like it's always there in time to like take care of you in that moment between your next GTA game and your previous GTA game, because I know Mafia 2 came out between Grand Theft Auto 4 and the release of Grand Theft Auto 5. So this one's kind of like a couple of years after Grand Theft Auto 5, just enough time to get us through until like Grand Theft Auto 6, right?
Good point, yeah.
And I guess that's kind of smart on their part. It's just like, we're not going to release it like any other time when there's like gang-related games coming out, Like, yeah,
they would have totally been rocked by Rockstar because Rockstar's reputation, I'm sure, is a lot better with GTA than Mafia's would be.
Yeah, they know how to rock and roll. So.
And suck some dick.
Down on the corner.
The puns are everlasting.
Puns. Yeah, no, I'm excited. It's looks really, really interesting, and I mean, I did enjoy the last game, so there's no reason why I should enjoy the next one. And I'm hoping too, like the graphics look like amazing and stuff, and with the new notification of the PS4.5, the Neo coming out, I hope there's going to be like no restrictions on like, oh, sorry, you can't play this game because you don't have the upgraded PS4.
I know.
I think the way they're going to work that is just going to be like, PlayStation 4 will have this graphics, and like they'll do it exactly the same way they did for the Xbox 360 and Xbox One. They're like, here's your dumbed down graphics, and then here's your superior graphics. Like, it's kind of pushes you to spring the extra money to get the Neo, right? It's just like you want superior gaming. Here's a real way to kick Xbox One right in the nads.
Yeah, I think that it's going to support 4K, right?
Sure.
Yeah. And I think that's the thing, and it's probably going to be like better for like VR and stuff. So I don't think we're going to be missing out too much, but it still sucks all the same. Like for people, like I only bought my PlayStation last year. They only bought their PlayStation 2 years ago. And I'm sure other people out here are probably looking at getting a PS4, and hopefully they don't get deterred by seeing like, well, should I wait however many months until 4.5 comes out or whatever.
As much as I hate to say, even though I have a PlayStation 4, I'm still probably going to end up buying the Neo eventually. Like,
Yeah,
whether it be like, you know, the day it comes out or like 5 or 6 months down the road when it's on sale at Christmas time, right? I don't know when I'll pick it up, but I know I eventually will.
It's just that natural kid instinct where you just got to keep getting the better thing every time.
Yeah, and then they're smart for marketing like that. I mean, you can't really fault them for trying to figure out, okay, how can we get more and more money out of people? It's common business, like, to do something that will get you more money. It's maybe not the dirtiest thing to do, or release a half upgrade system, you know,
Did they
a couple
mention
years
anything
after
about
release.
like hard drives? Like hard drive space?
Upgraded GPU, CPU, RAM, and I wouldn't be surprised if they upped the thing to like a terabyte or something, right?
I know, which would be perfect. Like
the solid state each hard drive.
Mm-hmm.
Like they might upgrade that stuff, right?
Yeah, and I think, like I said too, like I don't think they're gonna make restrictions for it, because I think that would be a dumb business move, because not to exclude people from certain games and stuff once this PS4.5 comes out. Like, I know that'd be kind of a bad move. So I know, like, just like you said with previous consoles that update and stuff, like they'll always have the dumbed down version for the older console. But I feel like this update will be fantastic if everything goes as it says.
Yeah, and there's a general law out there. I learned while I was in school that like every 18 months you can fit double the amount of like transistors on like the same size board. So that's why like microchips and microprocessors and stuff like that get smaller and smaller and smaller. It can still hold like a lot more memory or whatever than years before. And it's just like, I mean, if you look at that 18 months, like the PS4 was released, 2013, 2014? So even if you look at that, like they're able to fit more and more into the PS4, right? So yeah, it's I think it's awesome that it's getting an upgrade. It's kind of sucky that we're not going to be given the chance, to experience it fully unless we buy it. But I'm looking forward to it for sure.
Yeah, hopefully it just turns out for the better. Which, I mean, from what we've seen so far with the PS4, I don't have any doubts.
I hope they do a package deal with the Project Morpheus. That'd be cool. Just be like new system, new VR. Like, why not package it together and like knock off $150, right?
Well, I mean, look at the Xbox started doing that with the Kinect and stuff, right?
Yeah.
So you never know, for sure. But I it's exciting. Yeah, I think it's actually exciting. I know it kind of like we were saying. I was saying at least it's kind of disappointing when kind of newer stuff comes out and you're stuck with. I don't want to say stuck, but you have the older stuff. I think it's really exciting seeing newer stuff come out. That's changing every single day, right?
Yeah.
When you said that, I thought of the line from Clerks 2 of how wonderful it was for him to work at the restaurant, because no matter how old he got, the women always stayed the same age because he worked right next to a high school.
That's Dazed and Confused.
Yeah.
Dazed and Confused, yeah.
They also quoted that in Clerks 2.
Oh, they probably did. Clerks 2 has like tons of quotes.
Well, regardless, though, that's very fitting, Mitchell. I'm proud of you.
Yeah. Oh god. But anyways, I'm glad we talked about that because it actually made me think about more stuff when we were talking about it. But yeah, I think that's all for us in this podcast. We're the Scoreboard Gamers. I'm Joshua.
Mitchell.
And I'm Evan.